Hey, this is Mr. Mullen for the 3.5 puzzle time. So the joke for this one is, what did the pelican say when it finished shopping? All right, so we're going to look at number 1 here first. So I kind of wrote it out. This one might take up some room. So we need to find the slope. And remember, when we're finding slope and we have points like this, we're going to use the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And remember, it really doesn't matter which points we use. I like to use these smaller numbers over here. They're just going to be easier to subtract. And then remember, order doesn't really matter as long as you do it in the same order for both y's and x's. So I'm going to go this way. I'm going to do 0 minus a negative 4. I'm going to do negative 4 minus negative 6. Okay, so remember, order doesn't really matter. I chose this as my 2 points and this is my 1 point. So once I subtract these, so 0 minus a negative 4 turns into 4. And then negative 4 minus a negative 6 turns into plus there. So I end up with 4 over 2, which means my slope is just 2. All right, and the next couple ones, they want us to find the slope and the y-intercept. So if you look at number 7, so remember our slope, our formula for all these are y equals mx plus b. M is our slope, that's always the one next to x, and b is our number at the end, and that's just our number. So 7 should be pretty self-explanatory. The number next to x is negative 4, so that's our slope. And then the y-intercept is the number at the end, so that's going to be our b. So that's going to be 6. So slope of negative 4, and then a y-intercept of 6. This one could be a little trickier, so remember, y equals mx plus b. The problem is this one doesn't have an x in there. So we could assume that it would just be a 0x because there's nothing there. So it should really look like that instead because we have the 0x there. So since there's no number next to the x, we really don't have a slope. So our slope is 0, and then our y-intercept is negative 1/4. Okay, here, same thing, except this one isn't written nicely for us. It's not written in y equals form like the other one is. So this one was y equals, this one was y equals, but number 12 is not like that. So we need to make it say y equals. So the first thing I'm going to do is actually add 12y to each, I'll add 12y to each side. So then I get 2x plus 10 equals 12y. Okay, so now my y's are all on the right side. So I'm going to end up dividing both sides by 12. And unfortunately, none of these are going to divide very nicely by 12. 2 over 12 is the same as 1 over 6. 10 over 12 is the same as 5 over 6. And 12 over 12 cancels out, so I'm just left with 1. So now it finally says y equals, and we got 16x plus 5/6. So again, the slope is always next to the x, so my slope is 1/6. My y-intercept is b, and that's always the number at the end, and that's going to be 5/6. So in the answer for our joke here, what did the pelican say when it was finished shopping? And it said, "Put it on my bill."